how do you practice patience with regards to, let's call it healing? So if my child is having a hard time and I don't have a conversation with them, part of me feels like, well, I've had the conversation, so they should be good, but I don't necessarily keep in mind and recognize that it could take a little bit of time. So as a parent, if they're doing the right things, but they're not seeing the results, what can you say to them that's going to make them feel good about this being more of a longer term thing than a instant gratification type thing?
You know, Tasha, is it okay if I take this one?
Yeah, of course.
I can think of this metaphor, working with parents for as long as I have, is that, and especially if you've got an adolescent around, I think it actually applies to any age. But one of the metaphors that I speak about with a lot of the parents that I work with is this idea of setting up a camp. So what that means is that, I think what happens when you're raising a child is that things don't automatically happen. And so you can't sit there and witness all of the beauty of your, hard work and all of the moments that happen with your kids. And what has to happen is that you have to be able to be patient and watch. And sometimes when you be patient and watch, what that means is that it's going to take a really long time. And so what I don't want to have to do is, sort of sit on my hands all the time. So maybe I set up a comfortable chair where I can sit and watch. And maybe after I set up my comfortable chair, I need some nice lighting and I need a cool drink next to me, a nice lemonade. And then I need something over me to, protect me from the weather, because it's going to be a while, is, sort of the way that I look at it. So I always think metaphorically, if you can understand the idea of setting up a camp, then you can also understand the idea of being able to parent a child through difficult times, a child who is very bright, very well-meaning and wants to please, but at the same time isn't necessarily learning this thing overnight. It's going to take some time. So how can each and every parent set up their camp, so to speak, with their various different issues that are unfolding with their kids?
Right. Tasha?
I guess we sprinkle seeds of wisdom. Sometimes we don't need to sprinkle seeds of wisdom. Sometimes it's just really giving a space to listen. But it's lots and lots of interactions over many months and years that really support a person to get to their place where they might be. I don't know if it's going to be healed, but in the process of kind of figuring out their footing and feeling like things make more sense. And so as a parent, be kind to yourself. Know that it may not always feel like what you're doing is good enough, or did it land the way I thought it would. But the fact that your intention is to support, I like to believe that the energy and the intention is going to be felt by your young person. And reach out to another adult to lament about some of the ridiculous, beautiful, like, speeches you've given or metaphors you've landed on your kid, and they looked at you like you were like, whatever. Like, I think we need to have a giggle with our friends and go like, what did I think was going to happen? That they were going to like turn to me and go, wow, Dad, I'm so glad that you are so vulnerable with your feelings and you shared that with me, and that blah, blah. Like, it's not going to happen. Maybe when they're older, they might, but I think that that's part of being a parent. We sometimes can be like quite hard on ourselves and sort of a critic. So have some other parents that you can share that inner critic with that will say, yeah, me too, or ha ha ha, you sound ridiculous. And then it just can help lighten up the mood and make you realize that you're not so weird after all.